For NCAA 10, we're going to be going with the New Mexico State Aggies. As you can see, they've lost 135 more games than they've won. So this is obviously going to be an unconventional dynasty. This is a team that the last time they won a conference championship was in like 1978. And one thing I will say is they've had some great coaches in terms of how Mummy and his innovation, but it hasn't always turned into wins. I think their biggest thing is recruiting. So it's only fitting that we start off doing that. They really don't have a big pool of players to work with, and they're in direct competition with UTEP. The only difference is, they're like 45 minutes away from each other, but UTEP's in Texas. And we kind of talked about this in the last series. When you're in Texas, there's so many options, like right here. As we're going through anybody that's interested in playing for state, you have no 3-stars. And then when you really look at it, look at this, bro. What is that? 6 prospects in general that want to play for state? And I get it. The last coach, as great as he was, they only won 11 games in 4 years. So I'm going to go to my old neighborhood, see what kids from New York we can convince. And obviously there's a few 2-stars, but that's not going to move the needle. So I'm going to go after any 3-star or higher from New York and see who we can convince. That's literally the only thing I can try to do, because there's no pool of players just lined up to come play for New Mexico State. So letting you know now, this might be a series where we actually struggle. So next thing, we're just going to look at the players we already have and see if anyone's worth redshirting. Now this first player, it's actually funny. This is going to be just like last year with RG3. We end up with the quarterback that was my offensive coordinator in college. So going back to what I said, that offense that they had, that air raid, it was very innovative at the time. Doesn't always translate because you also can't get the right players to make it work. And even if you do, then what about the damn defense? If your offense is you want to hurry up and score, then you got to have some really good, or at least in shape defenders. And as you see here, the first controversy is some of our good receivers were somehow behind not so good receiver. But other than that, not going to change the schedule. Just want to go through it. And they have winnable games with New Mexico, UTEP, San Diego State. Ohio State, they're going to get their ass kicked, but you got to get your money in somehow. And so we're going to get to starting this first season. Obviously, it's not going to be easy. I don't know how the game glitched and let me get number 12 to come back another year. I really don't know how. But I'm not going to be mad about it, I guess. Because Coach, what should I even call him? Chase Holbrook? Coach? Probably one of my top 5 favorite coaches I ever played for, just because how smart he is, you know what I mean? So we're going to go in, and obviously there's going to be Ty David again. This is actually one of the first times, well, no, because I went from New York, upstate, to Waco, Texas, and then now we're in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I was going to say this is the first time that I've left the state. Now I'm lying. It's not. And then even too with the NFL head coach situation where we went to Washington, so it's not the first time I'm leaving the state. This is the worst program, though. I'm not going to lie to you, because at least Army had a little bit of history to it. And then Army always has its, I'd say, stigma in a sense of who they always get. And then here, like I said, I switched it to Michigan. Last year, I was kind of like jumping the gun. And actually, I think I was right. But I still somehow just went with the West Virginia because, I don't know, I didn't want to use Google. First time in the history of life. And then we're going to the 4-2-5. So everything's the same as always. The only difference is nothing. A little bit of stuff in terms of the, 2 points with the pass defense instead of it being 60 at 62. But other than that, it's all the same. So now, as you can see, the game's different every year, so I have to kind of maneuver it. And really, it's a brand new season. Everyone's in first place. Don't disappoint our fans. I mean, that's all it's saying. They don't have too much expectation, which is not bad. I actually appreciate that they're realistic. But for me, I got to get in there and recruit those players from New York. This guy's a number 3 linebacker. Well, outside linebacker. And you already know what I do. I'm going to get in there and offer a scholarship. I'm not going to do nothing else. Just see how many of these kids we could get, because in all reality, those other players that this game's just going to populate and recruit for me, I'm going to let them do that. I'm not going to be too worried about those players. And remember, like in the past couple series, I had like a couple kids that I was recruiting. This is the first time that I'm literally recruiting 10 kids. So if you can remember, when we were at Baylor that first year, I think we started off with 16 kids that wanted to come, and then I went and got like an extra 10. This time, bro, we're literally going with those 10. And we're literally at the mercy of these players that you're seeing here, like Tyler Perry. I don't know why he's not making another movie, but it's going to be rough, bro. I'm not even going to set you up to think it's going to be a fairy tale. Because the way how that Baylor series went, it was a fairy tale. It was rough the first year. Second year, we kicked up. And then third year, we almost was like one game away from the championship. So you see here against Idaho, we should get the win. And we don't. We literally lose by 2. And the only reason why I said we should get the win is because Idaho is trash. They so bad that they took them out of Division 1. Like, that's literally why I said that. So we got UTEP here in this second game. And this is another game that we should be able to win. And that's our first win. We win in overtime, which is cool to beat your rival. Now we play UNM in our third game. So another rivalry game. And they're 0-3, so we should get this win right here too. But you never know. Okay, this is our first blowout. Beat them by 2 scores. Okay, that's cool. Now we got San Diego State. I don't know about that. Utah State we're a little bit better than, so I'm going to get to that game and hopefully get another win out of that game. Yeah, damn. San Diego State beat us by 30. So Utah State, we beat them by 2 scores. Now we got Louisiana Tech. I don't feel too good about that. We got Fresno State. They're 1-3. We got Iowa. Oh, why am I saying Iowa anyway? Ohio State is obviously not who we want to be playing with right now. We got Hawaii. This is a team that I've actually watched a few times play New Mexico State throughout the years. Now we got Nevada. They're 0-4, so that's what kind of gives me hope. I don't think any of those other teams you just saw we could beat, so we're going to simulate, and we end up losing all 4 of those games in a row. And it looks like Nevada's going to have to be our big game, and it's also a chance for all of these players to come see us play. So we actually went through this pretty quick, and at this point, I'm just making sure they're all happy, and I'm giving them all the time I can because they're already scheduled to come into town. This player isn't. He already came to visit. This player is not trying to hear nothing we got to say. And it's going to get a little quicker with the recruiting because now we don't have to get in there and really like talk as much because we could just quick call. And with all of them already coming into town, I mean, there's nothing to quick call about or really get in there and talk so much about. A couple of junior college players from New York. And I'm just giving them every minute I can. This is a guy that should be coming into town. Why didn't I click it and schedule a date? I just realized I goofed. It is what it is, though. We'll get to the game. And I don't even remember if this is Nevada with Colin Kaepernick. They're 5-5 and they're 5-1 in the conference. So they started out 0-4. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if they fired the coach. I don't know if the coach was about to fire their ass or what. You know how sometimes they'd be like, yo, if you don't want to play, you could give me a scholarship and go. I don't know what he did, bro. They started out 0-4 and now they're 5-1 in the conference. So that's another thing that you kind of got to understand as well is if you have a tough out-of-conference schedule, I think for me, it actually makes you better in the end because by the time you get to your teams that you already know, it's easy work and it's already familiarity. So with this game, obviously, you know me, I don't do special teams or defense. So obviously that's showing because we're already down by 2 scores getting into the second quarter. But now that I'm getting into it, like I said, I'm not going to call them their name or whatever it is the game got them as. I'm going to just call him Coach Chase. And we're going split back. We already know what I like to do is that spread option. And even like right here, circle wide open. Come on, coach. This is a situation where I'm not running the air raid. And I haven't done it yet in any game because these are all what if scenarios. And I am a little bit more comfortable with the spread option. Because I feel like even with me as an actual coach, running back, that's not a good read though. Because, I mean, he wasn't going to go nowhere. He literally got no yards, but I'm going to hurry up because I feel like I could get a mismatch here. On the bottom of your screen, I would say, I guess, with X. Oh, hell no, they covered it. So, damn, why did I even do that? Because look where we're at, right? We probably ain't going to win this game because I haven't had too many miracle comebacks yet playing in any game in any year. So, setting myself up in a sense. But yeah, what I was saying is I don't really get into the air raid because I feel like it's very difficult for high school kids. And especially for me, how I've been like at a new school every year, it's not as simple. Go get the sack, bro. Come on, man. This man had a whole year to do his taxes, pick up his kids from school. Like, come on, man. And he's a college dude. He's number 8. Is that Colin Kaepernick? I don't even know. I don't remember what number he wore. I don't know nothing. I just know we need to get this man on the ground. That ain't Colin Kaepernick. The dude's white. Like, not even trying to be funny or nothing. He's white. And he doesn't even look that tall. Wow, that was easy. That was way too easy. And like I said, we're not getting him off his spot. We're just letting him stand there and just read the field. So, I don't know what we expect to happen. But, yeah, going back to the air raid. I want to run it. The concepts are pretty cool, fast. I go tempo, but I'm not air raid yet. So that's why I've been sticking to the spread option up until this point. Maybe when we get into actual coaching at a situation that would be realistic, instead of we're just coaching what if scenarios, these first 3 years, in 08 with Army, 09 with Baylor, and now 2010 with, and you can't even say that's a nice move. You can't even say 010. That's why I said, I'll just switch it to 2010 with New Mexico State. But maybe when we get to that point of being a little bit more stable, I can get into the air raid. Let's go, coach. That was a good throw. All right, we got all day. Should have went to circle. But you know me, I'm always trying to get the running back and the fullback the ball. And that's the thing I do like about the air raid is just, at the end of the day, you're just running a bunch of plays right here to the running back, and we're trying to get people the ball in space. This dude number 3 is pretty good. I'm not saying he's an NFL player, nothing like that, but he's actually very good. And going back again, like I said, I don't really know who's on this team. I do know, like when I last checked, when they had a dude, I think it was with KT, I played with Chris Johnson back in high school, I think it was. I think he was number 3, number 9, or one of them type of numbers, and he was good. I don't think it's the same person. Definitely don't think so. Because I think he came, maybe it was right at this time, but like I always say, bro, I'm not the super knowing type of person when it comes to these teams, especially. So hopefully we can get something going right here. We're already down in the hold, and that's a good play, getting into this running back, and he's getting busy. He really is. Can't sit here and say he ain't. I'm actually multi-triple tasking like I know how. Finally getting my YouTube YouTube. Finally getting my Google out when I'm talking about these players, because you know how I usually am. I try to pay attention and get the YouTube or whatever, Google or whatever you want to call it, between episodes. But nah, we good. So you can even hear me clicking. Man. Probably gonna get the ball to the running back. Yeah, that didn't work. So I put the MSU, which is Michigan State, so I obviously messed up. And what I'm trying to find out is who the hell this running back is, because he's very good. Is it this dude? Seth Smith? No, that ain't him. It ain't Tony Glenn. Let's see. Marquel Colston. So yeah, it's not KT like I thought it would have been. Let's see. When does KT even get here? Oh, he gets here next year. Literally the next year. So obviously we didn't do a good job. I guess we just do a pick because I'm over here trying to triple task. Or did we turn over on downs? Whatever the hell we did, we didn't do a good job. They got the ball. So now, you know me, I gotta get the ball back. So hopefully we could get a stop, because the last time around they just ran and did whatever they wanted and made an easy touchdown. Who the hell's this quarterback, since we're on this idea of figuring out everything, right? I know they had that dude Cody Fajardo one time, but is this that? Let's see. That quarter. Oh, no, don't play no damn videos. It is Colin Kaepernick. No, Colin Kaepernick's number 10. Who the hell's number 8 that they got out here? They just got a random dude out here, because Colin Kaepernick's number 10. And he would have been a junior, so this should have been him. Definitely should have been Colin Kaepernick. Let's see who this could be. Because remember, this game is glitched out. And we already were seeing, Nick Graziano. So yeah, this a dude that actually ain't even on the team. And I don't know, bro, come on, bro. Really? That's what we doing? We just out here embarrassing our whole family name. Like, bro, I was going to say, that's really one of the problems, too, I'm noticing with this whole roster is, I don't know if EA Sports was being lazy, but it really looked like they goofed and they let everybody come back. Like, whoever was supposed to be from, I guess, 08, they just let it transfer over. They didn't actually get into it and fix it. And I don't know. Yo, can you catch the ball? Like, I get it. We're getting our ass kicked by Nevada by 4 scores, but like, bro, can you like at least try? Because can you imagine that? You at home, you got recruits in the building, and I've actually realized over time it's not a bad idea to have recruits come in a blowout, because they'll also come and say, okay, yeah, these dudes need help. See, everything is blocked up, but we throwing the deep ball just because we're so far behind. Like, now we're going to go holding on us, of course. Can't do nothing right. I mean, well, I ain't going to get mad at the running back because he was the only reason we scored. But yeah, this game is not looking too good at all. And I already said that before we even started. I gave y'all that disclaimer, that warning. And I promise I won't triple task anymore, because I don't even know how the hell we got this far down. We got to get it to L1, but nope. We got dudes jumping up like Michael Jordan and knocking balls down. So, yeah, here we are. I mean, you're seeing for yourself. We're trying to win 4 games. That's all we're trying to do. We're not even trying to win a bowl game. Damn, that was a good catch. Good job. We're not even really trying to go crazy or nothing. We can't even, I don't know. There goes that. We can't even, like, just function normally, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Enough to make it an X is wide open. Let's go. Yo, why? Come on, man. And then the bull crap happens with the controller being old. Of course, that has to happen. With freaking, what do you even call that? Lateral fumble. It looks like one of those. I mean, I don't know. Who even cares? It looks dumb. And we're already getting our butts kicked. Oh, we finally got some pressure. Let's get a pick. Let's go. Good job, number 4. Showing some signs of life. Okay. He returned it, got a couple yards. Okay, we kind of looked like a real team for a second there. Instead of just getting punked on our own home field. And that's the thing when you look at this roster. I'm actually looking at it right now. They have no players that are actually like NFL players. They have, was it him? Oh, Devon House, who caught that pick. Good job. He's an actual NFL player in a couple years. And there's another dude that's playing DB named Jonte Green. But imagine that. That's how you know this team is not that good, bro. And I'm not talking crap. I'm telling you like I tried to tell you from the beginning. You got 2 NFL players on this whole roster. That's it. You got like 150 million players and 2 NFL players on the whole roster. And like I said, I picked this team because I already knew it wasn't going to be sweet. And I picked this team also because they were needing a coach in 09. So it only makes sense to pick teams that actually need coaches. We're going to get it to the running back. Oh my gosh. They're guarding it pretty good. It's just he's good. That's really all I could say. They're guarding it well. It's not like they're not doing it to the best of their ability, I guess. How the hell did we get 9? Bro, that's how I'm telling you. I got to stop triple tasking and playing games. I mean, yeah, we're down by 26 points, so kind of sucks the fun out of it. Knowing that we're just trying to play for pride right now, trying to get to running back again. I don't know, bro. They just don't learn. Like, with my offense, I guess it's still new. Me being here, and there's no kind of like scouting report, I guess. Because every year it's a different team. But damn, bro. I'm going to get it to the running back or the fullback. The short completions. Get my quarterback some nice little stats. Because remember, when we had RG3, we had games where he only didn't complete like a few passes. Because we're throwing it to the running back. We're throwing it to the short routes. We're trying to just get the ball out. And then we're putting our good players at running back. So it's a mismatch with them and the outside linebacker or whoever is the extra defender. Like, I'm not even trying to throw the ball downfield. That's why I said, disclaimer, I like the air raid, but I'm not circled. Come on, bro. Jeez. That's the second time in this game, coach. That's the second time. You got to make those throws. And I get it. They're not blocking for shit. They got Nevada looking like Florida. So I get it. But damn, bro. That play was there for you. Like right here. Oh my gosh. Can we throw the ball? Oh, okay. I mean, I ain't going to get mad if we score, right? I'm definitely not one of those. I'm definitely not going to be pissed off if we get it to, I think that's Chris Williams. I remember one player that they actually had that was always good for them. I'm not saying that he went to the league or nothing, but I'm pretty sure that was Chris Williams. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I can't tell you definitively who that was, but I'm sure it was Chris Williams. That's one player that's like actually from New Mexico that they had on the squad that was good. I don't know. Was that 23 or 28? I don't know. If it was 28, it was Chris Williams. If it was 23, I don't know who the hell it was. I'm not going to sit here and hold you. But he made a play, and we got a touchdown off of it. And the score looks a little bit more respectable. Obviously, it's still not close in any stretch of the imagination. But, I mean, maybe we could make a comeback. Who knows? We still got 2 minutes left in the fourth. We could still try to do something, I guess. I mean, that's literally all we could hope for at this point. Moving the ball a little bit. And now if I get that, man, I messed up. You see how they shifted over? Anything on the left would have been sweet because of the way they shifted. Let's go. Who is this dude? Who is these dudes? That now magically, as time's running out, we're trying to put together an attempt. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Definitely not. Oh, yeah, let's go. These are tough catches. He literally just got injured. Definitely just got injured. He just got upended. And, yeah, look, not bad. 23 of 44 is terrible. That's 21 incompletions, but we got 300 yards. And let's see if we could finish it. Oh, that was a real iffy throw, but we're on the 1 yard line, or maybe the 2. I mean, I don't see a comeback. I do see if we get it to this running back, we out of here. Let's go. Come on, bro. I never understand that, too. Like, how do we make plays and then it end up being, like, for no gain? Like, I get it. He's not Superman. He's not going to catch it and just... Yeah, I'm not running it. This is all a trick. Yeah, this is definitely a facade. Like I said, coach was like, what, 6'5"? So, yeah, we ain't not running the ball. This ain't no Cam Newton type of QB blast situation. So, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns so far. And I've thought about it. Let's get it to the running back. Fullback, I mean, in this situation. I've thought about it. I've definitely thought about changing their names to their actual names so it could at least be that. But thinking about it as far as I got, I wanted to keep it as original. I wouldn't want to change just their name. And then, like I said, Chris Williams is in the game and whoever else. And then me say, oh, nah, that's a touchdown. What is there to be confused about? He literally caught it and fell in the end zone. Bro, just let us have this. We already getting our ass kicked anyways. We was down by like, what, 20-something at the half. And now we finally came out and tried to play. Like, come on, bro. Just give us that. I ain't trying to do a miracle comeback of down by, what, 12 with a minute left. I'm really not. I'm just trying to have a little bit of pride. Because that's the thing about this program, too, is not only did they used to get their ass kicked back in the day, like, they used to get their ass kicked. Like, it used to be people would come to Las Cruces and beat the shit out of them. So for me right now, like I said, replacing one of the most innovative coaches, because he was really good at Kentucky. That's when they got Heisman's and #1 picks and that. Oh my God, speaking of picks, right? With 11 seconds left in the game, I just messed up his perfect game. And it's perfect in terms of he didn't throw a pick. It's not perfect when you miss like 22 passes. But damn, that was unnecessary. That was definitely unnecessary. And we already knew what we were going to try to do. I could have put the subs in just so they could let her and say they played. I don't know why I took that chance and just messed up his whole stat line for literally no reason. That's not counting Kaepernick. Like I said, that's Graziano or whoever the hell. And the only Graziano dude I ever knew is the one that's like on NFL Network trying to do the dude that does all like the, what do they call it? He does the I'm trying to turn my phone off because I'm about to have this alarm come on. So if you hear any of the weird noises, it's me turning the phone off. The dude that does like the NFL reporting. I don't know no Graziano that plays. Bro, and he really just disrespected us too. He literally just put his elbow or arm out like a chicken wing and said, get off me. And, I mean, that should be one of the concerns, I guess, for me is to get a defense. But going back to what I even said again, in the Army series when I was saying it's hard to recruit in places like this because who the hell wants to go to Las Cruces? And I think it's a nice town. I've been there a couple of times. Used to go there just for Chipotle, but it's an okay town. And I'll give you my own personal bias. I would rather go the extra 20 minutes to El Paso than go to Cruces. And Cruces is a big enough town, city, that has most of anything that you need. They have a Best Buy, which is what we went there for a few times. They have a mall. which is where we went a few times. But what the hell was that? Bro. But in all reality, I'm just like any other person. I'd rather go to El Paso where you have, I feel like, a little bit more to offer. You have like a east side, west side, north side, south side kind of thing where it's bigger, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. I already know. I mean, we just got the doors blown off of us, and yes, we came back and fought in the end to make the game look a little bit more respectable. But I'm seeing real quick, look, this team was good. They're 6-1 in the conference for a reason. And I'm just seeing 3-7, 1-5 in conference. This might be a winnable game here against San Jose State. We're better than them, so we'll probably get our 4th win right here. I know those recruits are kind of pissed that they came and watched us get beat by 2 scores, and it really wasn't even close. But yeah, we get the 3-point win on San Jose State. We're going to get our ass kicked by Boise because they're undefeated. And we already know this is Boise State at the height of their game when they got recruits that really wanted to play and got 4 years and all that kind of stuff, and we lost by 32. But like I said, this is one of the quicker seasons because Tim Tebow wins the Heisman. But also, you can see that too, right? Because I'm sure this roster is like a year behind. Because he damn sure shouldn't be in the game, but whatever, right? Because I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he left after 2 years. Tim Tebow? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't really remember that well. He was on the cover of 11. So actually, Tim Tebow played all 4 years, I guess. And we're looking at the All-American team. I mean, I don't know why we would have an All-American when our team was dog water. Is dog water a thing? Dog shit. What am I saying, bro? I just woke up too, so you would think my brain is a little bit functioning. I said dog water. What the hell is dog water? Like I said, man, hopefully this next episode, as we get into it, I could be a little bit more focused and not be on my phone and triple tasking and getting my ass kicked. Because we're already to the end of it. We don't got no All-Americans, not even freshmen or nothing. And we have the old coaches roster. This is not a brand new roster. This is literally an outdated roster with all the players. So maybe we could kind of rewrite history, I would say. I mean, Coach had a lot of yards in his career, and I don't think we lived up to that this first year, but they're giving us 2 years to kind of figure it out. We have no all-conference players so far, and I'm not surprised. Okay, we get a tackle, 6'4", 273. I mean, I think one of my realistic goals is going to be just to beat our rivals this next year. And then we get a punter. I mean, whatever. Who gives a shit? We get 2 second-team all-conference players, a tackle and a punter. Who cares? We got to get into recruiting, though, and we only had those 10 players to worry about, so that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do when I get into it. I'm not worried about anybody that the computer brings along and auto recruits. Look at the record. It's literally middle of the pack. 76 and 75. So we didn't play the toughest schedule in the world at all. And then you saw the teams that we beat were trash. Dog water. My new word, they're dog water. We went 2-6, and honestly, bro, 4-8, 2-6 is literally what they're used to. So we got a 5'7" receiver that went off. We have our tackle. You know me, I'm only looking at the 80s and above. Because other guys that do it, like, look, this guy had a really good year. 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then we'll look at the receiving, 300 yards and a touchdown. So that's not bad, 1,300 yards. Other YouTubers, they'll go in and they'll look at all the stats. I don't care about all the stats. I'm looking at, so it was number 23. He was a backup that got in that play. I'm looking at the guys that 80 or above, distinguished players. I'm not looking at the whole stats. I really don't care. And then here, another guy, he's really good, 6'6". Then we got a middle linebacker, not too bad at all. I mean, 33 tackles is kind of soft for a middle linebacker, but whatever. Yeah, so that's who we have leaving. And I don't know, like I said, it's hard to replace them because we all know with recruiting, if you get like a 70 overall freshman, that's a good player that'll develop. But when you look at this team, by the time they're seniors, they're like 86. So I really wonder what they even come in as. It's a lot of player development. And I say all that to say my heart is with New Mexico State. I know how tough the job is, bro. Just like UTEP. Let's not sit here and try to play like just because I'm more of a El Paso guy. So this guy's a JUCO corner. And you know me, I got to see what it is that makes them tick. And if it's all checked off, I'm going to just go start giving them promises or making promises and then schedule the in-home visit. And as you see here, everything is mediocre. Like, we only have early playing time. That's even somewhat appealing. And we're recruiting against, it looks like, South Carolina. So, yeah, there's that. Then we have this free safety who's a 3-star. And he wants to go with us, but that's the thing. When you get into it early, you don't even want to visit yet. When you get into it early with these players, you can get them to get away from the Ohio States because he's a 3-star. The hell is he going to do at Ohio State? Now we have another athlete. Boston College is the team that he's rocking with, so we could sway him to come play for us because, I mean, it's a fresh slate for him where he could literally do whatever he wants. And the difference with this recruiting cycle I've learned is we actually get more time to recruit him. Like in last year, you get 1 year or 1 week, actually. I don't know why I said year. And even in the year before that, I think you get 1 week to recruit and just do everything you can. So if you couldn't get an in-home visit in that week, it was over for you. But in this 2010 situation, you have all 5 weeks, I think, to recruit. So look, we're recruiting against LSU, and he's the 22nd middle linebacker in the country. So he's not the greatest, but I mean, for us and where we are, we got to recruit and make promises. That's really all it is. And hopefully none of these dudes leave because we're going back to the Baylor series where we're making promises and people like, nah, watch out. So this guy's one of the better recruits. He's a 4-star JUCO corner. And it's not even been a situation where it's not. It hasn't been a situation where I've been like favoring certain type of positions. It's literally like this Glen Cove, JUCO, come play for us, please. It hasn't been like, well, I'm specializing in running backs or specializing in whatever position. Because when you get to be a head coach, you don't have time for that. Especially if you're the guy that got to go in at these smaller schools and you got to close the deal. So you're just trying to recruit however best you can. You're not going to be saying, well, I only recruit 5-star running backs and that's it. Especially when no one wanted to come play for you to begin with. The good thing is, I will say, we have a couple of JUCOs, and that'll jumpstart everything that we're trying to do because they've already played college. They're not going to be like wet behind the ears and young. They're going to be a little bit more mature, 21, and ready to just play ball at this point. Because, you know, when you go to JUCO, in my opinion, like I said, I'm not recruiting none of these other dudes. I'm going to let the game do that for itself. We're going to advance to week 2. But once you go to JUCO and you're a little bit older, I think because you've already lived on your own, you've already been out of the house, so we get 3 of the guys to commit early. That's pretty good. I ain't going to lie. Because we only had 10 prospects. So to get a third of them to commit the first year or first week just because we made some promises is good to me. And then now here, we're number 1 for this prospect, so I'm happy. Now all we got to do is get in home and see if we could finagle a little bit. I mean, there's not much that he really cares about, and there's not much that we're really good at. So there goes the mixed matching of it, trying to make it work. But we're number one, so that's good. And then here for this running back, we're number one. So I'm going to just give him all my time. And here we're number one. So we're going to go in there and schedule the in-home visit. And that's the one thing I think is going to be easy about this series is I think once you get everything out the way that first week in terms of seeing what they like or making your promises, you'll just move up. And then now, if you didn't have the in-home visit, you just go schedule it and you should be fine. This tight end, he looks like he's about to go to Clemson. I don't know why I can't talk, bro. I don't know why I can't talk. And then that's really it in terms of the players that we wanted. We got 3 so far. There's 4 left. Let's see if we could get at least 2 of those. That'd be nice. Okay, we get 1. So there should be 3 left if everything works out. And as you see here, we get the same guys are there, 2 of them. And we're just going to devote as much time as possible. I think the game just glitched because we advanced to week 2. We advanced to week... Oh, no, it didn't glitch. I'm glitching. Now we're advancing to week 4. And then we get the 4-star corner, so that's good. And as you can see, like that player obviously committed to Clemson, so there's that. And then the last one we have here is this running back who is finally ready for an in-home. So we're going to get that going. I mean, we're not doing bad. I think we're getting those players and then some weird guys from Oklahoma scattered around somehow. So if we could get him, because we're first now, that's literally the last person that I'm really focused on getting. That wouldn't be too bad to get a few of them from New York. And if I only had 10 on the list and I end up with 5 or 6, that's not bad, especially for a team that didn't win no games. So yeah, he's rocking with us. We just gotta demote. But that's like the second time I done said that shit. Devote all our time to getting him to come play for us. All these other dudes, bro, it's the last week of recruiting. We can't recruit no more, I think, after this week. All them other dudes, whatever the computer wants to do, we got 16 scholarships. Figure it out. So, okay, we got Grant, the running back, out of New York. And some of these dudes, too, I was looking at it, they're from, like, upstate New York. They're not actually from the city. So, I'm not mad about that, bro. As long as I got some recruits that I feel like I could kind of trust is all I'm worried about. So, we got a dude from Colorado. Let me not miss that. We don't really care for a 2-star from Colorado. But what I want to highlight real quick is as I go through this is we'll see the guys that I got that I wanted. Look at all these dudes that say hell no. All these Texas dudes, Cali dudes that everyone tries to recruit when they come to New Mexico said hell no. And that's fine. I mean, I know who I'm looking for and what I could trust. So we got him from Northport, the running back. Dude from PA. It's the 4-star from JUCO. We got the free safety from upstate, 3-star. We got another JUCO. And he's from West Hempstead, so I know him. And that's really what it is, though. When you grew up in a certain area, you kind of know, okay, well, West Hempstead has okay players. Are they D1? Whatever. Lynbrook has players that's D1 if you get them in the right situations. So we're going to go through it again. Just look at our new players that we got. They're not bad. I mean, look at their overalls. 70, 76, 74. And those are freshmen. We got 79. So he's our best freshman that we got. And then remember, we got a few players that were JUCO. So, I mean, I think 79 is a good number because we just graduated a few kids this last year that were 80s. So if you give him a little bit of time, I think he might be our NFL player in all reality. So we have a 78 JUCO, even that. We have another 78 JUCO, 74 JUCO. We got to figure out a position for him. Looks like it's going to be receiver, 6'2", 186. I'm not even going to play around with that. Just let him go play what he should be playing. And these are just I don't know, initial numbers, because remember, they still got to go through a little bit of training and that kind of stuff. So they have a little bit of room to get better. But so far, I'm not mad, bro. I got a couple of kids out of the 10. And it looks like they're all going to play and be useful for me. So we don't even have enough players. So we're going to have to get 7 walk-ons. Because like I said, I wasn't recruiting those other dudes. All I'm looking for right now is, my free safety. He's going to start. Look at my 2 corners. They're going to start. Look at the other options. And it's crazy because House is still there. Outside linebacker. Look at these damn options that I have. Not much. This is one of the first times you've ever seen me go look at the defense, bro. Because I already know what's going on. My receiver, he's going to be a starter. Fresh off JUCO or whatever it is, bro. So I'm happy. Let's get to work next year. And there it goes, the end to another video following Coach Ty David on his journey from coaching high school, college, and now the NFL. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.